a few years back, my son told me that he was going to go and visit a friend and spend the night at a friend's. And there was something that happened and I had to ring him to find out about it. And as I spoke to him, I suspected that he actually wasn't where he said he was going to be. And I said to him, "Are you at Jono's place?" And he said, "Yes." And I just left it at that. But my intuition told me he wasn't. So I rang him back and I said to him, "Are you actually at Jono's?" And he said, "No." And he said, "But Mum, I didn't want to tell you because we're in the middle of watching the football and I just wanted to get back to being with my friends." And that felt true. That felt really true. So I didn't make a big deal of it and I got off the phone. But something inside was really churning in my stomach. And it wasn't okay. That churning was a signal to me that there was more here for me to be present to, and it was calling for my attention. And it wasn't okay just to go, "Oh, sure, I understand why he said that, so now I can just leave it." So I wanted to reconnect with myself and what was it in this moment that really mattered to me. And what I met, and I'm quite kinesthetic, and we all are actually, it's just what we're aware of, because we all actually are feeling beings. That's why we're humans, we're sentient beings. So we have these signals all the time, it's just what we're tuned into. So when I sensed into that, it was like everything in me wanted to say, "You shouldn't lie to me. You should tell me the truth." Everything, it's like every cell in me came from that place. And yet I knew there was a deeper truth, and that if I came at this from even energetically, even just in how, even if I didn't say a word, my energy still would have been somehow conveying, "You shouldn't tell me a lie. You should tell me the truth." And so as I sat with that embedded, that inherited through generations and generations within me of, "You should tell me the truth. You're wrong to tell me a lie." It was so hard to find out within me what my needs were. What matters to me here? Well, trust. But even trust sort of came from a place of you should, because we should have a place of trust between us. So even that had a judgmental thought within it of there should be trust. I had to express that and then come back to what really matters. What am I feeling? And it was layers upon layers of unfolding of, I'm really wanting trust and I'm wanting ease, that if you tell me something, just that ease of just, you tell me and I just believe you. So the next day I spoke to him and I shared with him that firstly I checked if it would be okay. So now I'm going to share with you what I actually said to him the next day. I shared with him what that I get that why he told me what he said, and that he was just after ease and reconnection with his friends. And I just checked in with him around that. So he really had a sense that I got it, and I had no judgment or blame around that. And then I went on and said, "I'd like to share what's here for me. Is that okay with you?" And he said, "Sure." And I said to him that firstly, I'm really longing for ease, and just that if he tells me he's somewhere, I just can trust that, and that would just give me ease. That he tells me, I believe him, just gives me trust and ease. But I said there's something else that I realized, and that was that I'm really hoping, I realized that I have a dream, and the dream is that you grow up to be a man of that is really connected with what's true for you, and that you say that, and that you say that clearly to anyone around you, and that even if they don't like it, that you are connected to yourself in that way, and you just say what's true. And what that would give me is peace of mind, that you can navigate the world no matter what happens, that you can navigate the world in a way that is true to you and to what matters to you. And I asked him then, can you tell me how that is for you to hear? And I could see that he had tears in his eyes, and he just said to me, Mum, I want that too. Now that conversation meant heaps to both of us, and it could have gone a completely different way if I had have approached that conversation from, you've told me a lie and I want you to tell me the truth, and I don't want you lying to me on the phone. I need truth between us in whatever form that is. Then I would have created I would have been responsible for creating distrust and disharmony, and also separation between us, that somehow what he said he shouldn't have said. And so there would have been some making wrong in that sharing. Instead, what happened was a sharing from the heart, where there was an increased depth of connection and trust. And I've taken quite a bit of time sharing this story with you. But for me, this is why I share this work. That this is profound. This is so profound. And the difference that it makes in our relationships and in our connection with ourselves, when we're connecting with what matters to us rather than the wrongness of others or the wrongness of myself. And by the way, part of that, when he should tell me the truth, was also I should be a good enough mother that I know where he's going. When I connect to myself and someone else from that wrongness place of right and wrong, it is such a profoundly different place to when I'm connected to what's truly in my heart and in the heart of another. Because this is what's truly, I see, going to make the difference in the world, is for each of us to connect to who we really are and what really matters to us.